So, which one do we do today? Let's check out. So, namaste all you fragrant people and welcome to Om Incense Show with DJ, a show that helps you increase your incense quotient. And if you are an incense enthusiast, consider subscribing. So, we'll be doing this the other way around today. We'll check out the fragrance first and then we'll check out the brand. So stay tuned till then, and if you know the brand that I'm talking about, you might just want to drop a comment and let me know which brand do you think this is. This is the thickest incense that I have come across, and I like this cyan or turquoise colored bamboo core, and this is nice and sturdy and smooth. The fragrance, and if you can see it, there's a lot of smoke there, which is, I like it. I like it this way because it's very good for smudging. I like this incense. But if you go by the fragrance, this has a very divine fragrance, if I may say. By the way, I like how I'm promoting the cycle matchstick there. Anyway, so I like this fragrance, and this is a very nice fragrance. It's divine, and it's quite woody and resinous. It's heavily resinous with a hint of wood to it. But mostly what you get to smell from the incense is the heavy resin that it has. It's going to almost remind you of a bonfire with a handful of resin in it. It's going to remind you of the normal, the normal kind of the Sambrani that we light up at home. So if you are from Bengal or if you are from surrounding Bengal, you would be familiar with this fragrance, because this is a fragrance that is mostly used as Sambrani. Yeah, so this is mostly used as Sambrani, and you can almost smell, you can almost feel as though somebody is smudging the house. The lady of the house has just taken a bath and she still has her hair wet and there's a towel around it, and she just heated a coal, a coconut shell or a coconut coir, and put the Sambrani there, and then she's taking it around the house. This is almost that kind of fragrance that you get from here. It gives you a feeling of very nice and clean and organic kind of fragrance, something that doesn't have any chemical in it. Reason why the diffusion is not to a very large area. The diffusion is in one of my rooms only. But I like it. I just somehow, it just makes me feel that it's a nice clean fragrance with hardly any chemical there. The retention is also quite short-lived. You do not smell the fragrance, or you don't even get the vibe of it, say around beyond 2 hours or beyond an hour, I would say. It's so, and the intensity is somewhere between mid-mild and mild. So you can say it's not a kind of fragrance that's going to hit you in the head. It's not going to smother you. It's not going to bother you. If you are around, you're of course going to feel the presence of it. You're going to smell it. But beyond that, there is hardly anything that you would find, and it's not going to invite your attention as such. But it has a sure presence. It has a good body, but it has a mild to mid-mild body. So it's not even mild. It's lesser than that. So if you like a fragrance which is more of a natural fragrance, so it's like almost, like I said, it's like somebody has just put a handful of resin on coal or a smoldering coconut shell. It's that kind of fragrance that is. So it makes me feel that it's a very nice clean fragrance. So that was all about the fragrance. So you see the incense is a gray colored, a very light brown gray colored kind of incense, which has a nice bamboo core to it, like I'd shown to you earlier. And this is quite thick. If you see, this is quite thick compared to other incenses, even though the size is the same. It's the usual 9-inch incense, but the thickness is quite a lot. So it's going to last you around 40-45 minutes. So that's the kind of burn time, which is a good burn time for your puja duration. The fragrance that you get from the cold incense, and for that matter even from the fragrance, even from the smoke, is quite, it reminds you of an ashram. Like I told you, there is this kind of fragrance which will remind you of an ashram, like the Shivranjani incense, or if you've been to an ashram and if you know the kind of fragrances, the ashrams have a very typical kind of fragrance. So this cold note and even the smoke will remind you very clearly of ashram. So that's the kind of fragrance this has, this gold incense has. It comes in these 2 golden pouches inside the main pack, and there are around 20 incenses in this. And now let's finally reveal the brand to you. Let's see which incense this is. Ta-da! So this is Hari Darshan Pure Kapoor. And like if you have already seen, since we've already decoded the fragrance, you see that the fragrance is more resinous and woody like. It gives you a very ashram kind of feel, but it has no hint of camphor to it, at least not that I could detect in the fragrance. And so this is that Pure Kapoor fragrance of theirs. This is Hari Darshan Pure Kapoor. It comes in a pack like this. It says natural incense sticks, carbon free, extra thick. Yeah, so it is an extra thick incense. This is the back side of it. This is what you get on one of the sides. So it says, it has the caution, it has various logos, and it says Pure Kapoor. On the other side it has the address, a few logos, Hari Darshan, and then it says 60 grams of incense for 60 rupees, and then we have a barcode. So this is what the overall pack is like. If you see, it has Pure Kapoor mentioned on both the openings. So this is what Pure Kapoor is from Hari Darshan. I really like the incense, even though I did not find Kapoor in this. Still I like the incense because I like that resinous fragrance. I like that Sambrani kind of fragrance, and for that reason I'm going to give it a star rating of 3. And I kept back 2 of the stars because I did not find camphor in this. But even though the fragrance that's there is quite mild and nice, and I found it pleasant, and it's something that I would like to light up in the evenings, and I would like to light this up while I'm doing my prayers, smudge my house with it, and then go and place it outside of the house, so whether in the tulsi plant or at the entrance of my house. So this is what we had today. This was Pure Camphor Pure Kapoor from Hari Darshan. Now the quiz that we had last time was, name an incense wood that is harvested from a tree once it has been felled and dead. So I told you I know of 2 incense woods like that. So one is of course Palo Santo. Palo Santo, the best quality of it comes once the tree has been dead and lying dead for around more than 3 years. Of course not everybody gives that kind of time frame for the wood to develop that kind of fragrance. However, if they do, then the incense wood that you get is of much better quality. So that was Palo Santo. The other one is Pinus roxburghi. That's the tree where we get sarar from. If you know the sarar wood, it's considered quite good, and the best quality comes from Nepal. We have quite a few of those trees in the Himalayan states of India. So we have that. So that was the quiz that we had last time, and the quiz that we have today is, how do the camphor incense benefits a student? And that was the review of the week. I hope you enjoyed today's episode and you learned something from it. If you think somebody else can learn something from it too, share it with them. And if you want to watch another review of another incense, then just check out this episode. Till we meet again next, take very good care of yourself. Namaste.